So you from New York originally? Or?
Yeah, I grew up in Queens.
What part?
Hollis.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the birthplace. I'm from Southside.
Yeah, exactly.
Jamaica, man.
All up and down Merrick, I used to be wild.
How was Hollis, man? You know, that's one of the birthplaces of the culture, man. Run DMC, LL Cool J, Russell Simmons, you know, starting it off. How was it for you, like, you know, 20, 30 years removed from those guys?
Well, growing up, my dad, who was very influential with hip-hop, both in Irvine, he was like a saint in Queens anyway. So I got treated, I guess you could say, more like on the, yo, leave him alone type of tip, as opposed to, oh, I'm just out here wilding. And that's how I got into sports. You know, leave the bull crap alone, ball, stick to ball. And then obviously it's Queens, so we freestyling every night anyway with the homies. And I decided to say, yo, let me take this serious when I moved out to Long Island. And now we hit.
Music, did you get influenced to get into it by seeing what your dad was doing? Okay.
1,000%.
Most deaf at a young age.
Young age, Billie Holiday Theater.
Wow, what was that? You got to break down some of these celebrity encounters, man.
It was quite like the frequent reoccurrence. Dad picked me up from YMCA after school program. We go to whatever studio we at, and then whoever's there is there. And some people are in awe, and I'm a youngin', so I'm just thinking, oh, all right, I'm bored.
Like 7, 8 years old at this time?
I'm like, when I really started to acknowledge who was who, like 5, 6, 7.
Oh, so it's super young.
Yeah. Like, they'll come to my birthday parties and whatnot.
Yeah. So now that you're older, have you reached out to some of those guys? Are they, you know, working with your project?
The documentary on my dad is what, like, reopened the door. Because it was, like, perfect timing. Oh, Lil Weldon is actually his own man now in music. Oh, we're going to bring all the homies who are back because of the movie. They want to be in the movie. So now it's like, you know, everything's coming back around.
Who's the artist that you really enjoy once you're old enough to you know, start developing an opinion? Like,
I honestly got to say, 50 Cent. Get Rich or Die Trying was the first, like, physical album. Any way you want to get music, that was the first thing I got. Get Rich or Die Trying. I wasn't allowed to get it, obviously, but I was finding my way to get that. And then, yeah, as soon as I heard that quarter drop on the intro all the way to the last song, it was a wrap from there.
Blew your mind.
In good ways, bad ways, emotional ways, I started to understand how to express yourself, I guess you could say.
What was the emotional connection that you had to it?
I was in Southside. So certain things he was saying, and like with the music videos too, so you can actually see, like they're familiar. You're on Guy Brewer, like I was just walking up Guy Brewer type thing, like. So it was, I guess you could say it was like a biased connection, but either way, whatever sparked it sparked. So that's all that mattered.
So that album was kind of the catalyst for you, making your own music.
Yeah, and then when it went into me developing my sound, like, you know, the Coles, Drake, obviously, Kendricks, people who, you know, push the threshold lyrically are who I tend to follow more.
When did you go in the studio for the first time on your own project, making your own music?
I want to say first real studio probably was Platinum Sound like 2 summers ago.
Right down the block.
Yep. And then it wasn't even for me. Like, my mans had a session. And, you know, heads were in there. We were in one of the medium studio rooms. And then Young Wild Bassline come downstairs. Yo, cut a beat on. So we all freestyle or whatever. And then homies was like, yo, you look like you rap. Get in here. I was like, all right. I laid a verse down, one take, and then that was it. Yeah.
So you knew how to count bars and all of that already? Yeah.
That to me, that's easy, but I guess I can say I'm lucky that it's easy because like I knew it. Like, as soon as I was born, a piano was thrown in my face type of stuff.
Now, do you play instruments? What do you play?
Piano and drums, I still play, but throughout my life, I played. You name it, I played it. Mom had me in violin, Dad had me in saxophone. Like, it was coming from every which way.
Showed some pretty cool videos, man, at the party too, man. I don't remember the name of all of them, but I definitely remember the visuals.
The Can I Just Fly one.
Yeah, tell me about that.
that was shot in Hampton, Virginia, on the campus's soil because my grandparents are buried there, which are my father's dad and mother.
Wow.
Yeah, because my grandfather was the dean of the school, and then there goes my dad, but he's buried in New York. But then it was like that was the first time I went back there without being an infant. It's like people are giving me game on like my dad or my mom or whatever, like just me. Like I seen you since he was this. You don't even remember. I was like, you're right, I don't. Like they took me to the house where he grew up in. They showed me my grandparents' house. There was the whole red carpet treatment, I guess you could say, over there.
What was it like just learning about your lineage and just getting a better understanding of, they say when you understand where you come from, you understand where you are now. So how was that for you?
It might sound like bougie, but like I understand when people say for whatever reason they went through, and they always come out saying, I know my purpose now, or like things make sense now. It was that exact. Like I can't even explain it still. It's just things were natural. Things I used to question, or like if I had writer's block because my mind's wandering, like I'm not wandering about those things no more. I'm like channeling like what I really want to feel whenever I write. Just express myself.
Break down the actual song. What you talking about in the actual song?
In the Can I Just Fly?
Yeah.
That is the first song on my album, and I use the visual to help explain what my real message is, which is me pretty much saying to my mother and to myself, I'm gonna take on like my destiny type of thing. Like, can I just fly? Can I just be in music and be comfortable and do what I want to do, as opposed to, oh, he's just the baller, or he's just the college kid, or he's just the funny kid, like, because I was kind of veering from music once I lost my father.
Was there an event, or was there something that brought you back to the music?
It was just growing up. Things I used to have interest in, I just fell out of love with. And newer things that I never thought I would engage in, like music. I'm saying, yo, I can't even get my mind off of it. I just wrote a song. I want to write another one right now. I don't care if it took 3 hours. That was fun to me. Like, yeah. Kind of therapeutic, too.
What was the other video? It was you and the fellas. It looked like y'all was walking around Long Island.
Yeah, we definitely were. Right by Green Acres Mall.
Yeah.
We were, that was to the Rich the Kid put out Plug Talk,
yeah.
And we remixed it, called it Blunt Walk. And that was that. I think it was self-explanatory in that video.
Yeah,
what type of energy we was on.
Just having a good time with your guys, man.
Yeah.
So do you have is it like a whole crew, or is it a group, or like what you got going on?
Our little cult, independent group label, whatever you want to call it, is Timeless. And it's me. It consists of me, FargÔ, NYC, who's on my album, Zoya, who's the female singer, like on the video I showed you, and then this one cat, Hami, from Rosedale. That's like our hood side of the thing. And it's just us four, Obviously, we're not patenting the name. Like, we know it's not no big label, nothing, but for the co-following we got, if you say Timeless, like, they associate, like, you either talking about FargØ or Nick or Zoya Hami. Like, that's it.
Are y'all taking this on the road, or y'all been doing shows outside of New York?
Yeah, college campuses.
Some of the gyms you got, like, from who? Like, some of the people that you got to do that with?
I gotta say, J. Cole is a big influential guy on me. From the times he chooses to have individual convos with me, or just from afar when I'm watching him.
Tell me about the name of the album.
Therapy Sessions is the name of the album. I named it that. On contrary, people think I was in therapy like during the album, but to me, the song was my therapy, if you know what I'm trying to say. So from the first song to the last, like, you hear growth in content, but that's not because I'm seeing a therapist, just because, like, that's my therapy. Like, I grow mentally, when I let it out, and I'm not holding it in, and I'm not trying to lie, like, I'm letting it out, like it's there. The big thing about this first album, I was like, if people don't like it, at least I can say, all right, they don't like it because they just generally don't like, not to say me, but they just don't like what I'm about or whatever. And if you like it, I know you like it. it kind of weeds away the insecurities of, yo, are they just with me because I'm popping or I'm getting popping? Do they really know me? Like, because, you know, there's a lot of artists who have the artist them and then the real them. I'm trying to be as vulnerable as possible with that.
What's the most therapeutic record? Two of the most therapeutic records.
I would have to say mental health. Because one, it was the most recent song I wrote on it. So as I would just personally know, like I know I was mentally developed the most on that particular song. And I feel like you could hear it. It's later in the track list. It comes after like a very depressing song, you could say. And it spins it. A situation where I'm looking no way out type of thing, same situation, and I'm looking get by it and now I'm stronger.
What's your opinions on mental health, man? Because, you know, this is mental health awareness month.
I feel like it's becoming more of the norm, but if say there's a timetable of when we're there and we can talk about it compared to we're still in the early stages, I feel like we're very much still in the early stages. But that's why I try to be vulnerable and show like, yo, I'm not saying being saddened or talking about sadness is cool, because like everyone wants to be happy, but I'm saying don't be ashamed of it though. Like just because you're talking about it and getting by it don't make you lesser of a person as to when you're at your most macho or if a woman is at her most intelligent. Like everyone, we're human.
If you could have a conversation with your dad about the album, man, what would be some questions that you would ask him?
I feel like if he was around, just based off of our relationship, like they raised me to be independent, so before it's out, I wouldn't really be going to him, but once it's out, I would be like, as a man, Pops, like keep it a stack. What song do you like the most? What song do you like the least? And then fill in the blanks in between, like tell me why, like what do you think I can work on? What do you did not expect me to be as good on, and why is that? Like I would just try to pick his brain on type of things.
Are you using some of his music in some of your future project?
In the future, I definitely am, but that's so, like that is Weldon, like I'm the third, he's the junior, like that is so much just me as a being that when I do that, I want to do it when I know, yo, if I drop an album right now, everyone here is crowding around me. Like I want the attention to be on. I don't want to do it an injustice, I guess you could say.